Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we will scrutinize the philosophy of education, which is progressivism.
Progressivism? Progress?
Indeed, we are aiming for learners' progress in this philosophy by learning by doing. I believe that every learner should engage in different activities that may help them discover, improve, and contextualize their learning skills for them also to be able to learn in different ways. We considered also that this philosophy has different instructions because every students have unique way of learning. Take note in teaching them. You will not just letting your students know how to draw it, example, some flowers, but you should definitely let your students how to actually draw it.
And what can learners benefit in this philosophy?
Great question. Learners can easily remember things when they are in movement, and also playing some informative games that will benefit them to enjoy the game and at the same time gaining some information that later on will help them to better understand their lesson.
And when we can say that the learners are actually learning.
According to a theory of education expounded by American philosopher John Dewey, we can say it when the learners interact with their environment.
We can also say that the learner is actually learning by observing some improvement to your learners when they actually participate the activities. To sum it up, teachers' one and only dream is to ensure their students to be founded with amazing lessons that will help them to know what are their strengths and disregard their weaknesses, of learning some new things that they thought they can't. And also to my future co-educators, we should secure good mastery of teaching for effective way of learning. Thank you!
Good day everyone, I am Princess May Amborgo and today I'll be sharing with you guys my own teaching philosophy. As a future educator, I believe that we must focus on the needs, experiences, and abilities of our students. I want to focus on my students as a learner rather than on the subject that I'm teaching. I want to emphasize activities and experiences rather than verbal and literary skills and encourage cooperative group learning activities rather than competitive individualized lesson plan. I want my future students to learn actively and develop their social skills, like they will learn how to interact with one another, know how to cooperate and understand different points of view. I want to act as a facilitator in my future classroom, where my future students can explore physical, mental, moral, and social growth. I believe school helps children on their process of ongoing growth. School should always help the students to develop their personal and social values so that they can become a thoughtful and productive citizen. Society and reality are always changing. New ideas are very important to make the future better than the past. And I know that this would help my students to be ready for the real world.
Hi everyone, this is Jadeline L. Sigla, and today's video, I'm gonna tell you my own teaching philosophy. Educators are outcome focused and don't simply impart learned facts. Teachers are less concerned with passing on the existing culture and strive to allow students to develop an individual approach to tasks provided to them. All students are capable of learning. They all do not learn at the same rate, but with different methods and strategies that is possible. Students should not be thought of as mindless individuals, just waiting to be filled up with knowledge by their teachers. So my own teaching philosophy is quite the opposite. Students should be viewed as individuals who can contribute to the classroom, sharing and gaining knowledge from each other. Students need guidance and not just lecture only. And education is not solely academic. The teachers must also educate her students mentally by teaching them the skills needed to solve problems, and socially by teaching them the skills needed to communicate and work productively with others. Students must be able to function in the real world, which not only requires knowledge but social skills as well. I believe teachers should not be alone in educating students, but the parents, families, and communities need to work together to support and enrich the lives of their children who are the future.
Hello everyone, my name is Nasrafa Mahara. So progressivism. What is the progressivism? The concept of progressivism stems from the children's experiences. Students learn fast from what they find relevant in their lives. Students work in groups to develop their social and cooperative skills. It assists students in developing meaningful questions and strategies for answering them. The importance of skills that will benefit them for the rest of their lives rather than just for the tests. Problems and solving is the main focus on identifications and solutions of students' problems. Teachers provide learning activities and experiences for special education students that will assist them in reaching their full intellectual, emotional, and physical, social potential.
Good day everyone, I am April Rose G. Abel, and for today, I will share my own philosophy in progressivism. Progressivism, it helps me to indicate my students' learning development through applying the actual experience and curiosity. By doing this, it helps them to build their intellectual interests. As a good role model for my younger sister, it is critical that I need to show how I study so that she can adapt my learning method. I believe that learning by doing, this is the great way to guide students or children in the classroom in order to learn them to think out of the box. Because of this, their mind will be trained in effective way.
Good day! I am Arna Clarence Dahan, and this is my teaching philosophy. My teaching philosophy, the purpose of education is to prepare, equip, and mold their minds, skills, knowledge to deal in reality. Learning involves far more than thinking. It involves the whole personality, senses, feelings, institution, beliefs, values, and will. If we do have the will to learn, we will not learn. And if we have learned, we are actually changed in some way. As a future education, having a teaching philosophy is important in every teacher because by having this teaching philosophy, we could help our students in terms of their learning. My teaching philosophy is that the students and the teachers should have a great communication to each other in order for the class to be more active than usual. Because I believe the classroom is a living community. Knowledge should not only come to the teacher, but also the students. Exchanging knowledge is a good way for a student to be more knowledgeable. Each of the students have their own opinions that also be a help to the teachers. In this teaching philosophy, I use different kinds of teaching strategies to reach students so that no one is left behind. Some of the teaching strategies that I could apply in this teaching philosophy are having performance activities, small group work, discussion, classroom discussion, reporting, and cooperative learning. Because by these teaching strategies, this could help the relationship of the students and the teacher. I believe we never stop learning, and I want my students to know we can learn from each other. The goal of this teaching philosophy for everyone to learn by contributing as student, teacher, and thinker, expanding the knowledge of each person by interacting with other people, also creating a positive learning environment in which the child will feel safe and secure increases the child's ability to learn even on their bad days, making sure that the child could open his or herself by sharing his or her opinion to other people. As a teacher, I'll make sure that before the class ends, the student should have learned something about the topic.